In this episode of The Bizarre Beyond, we explore the possibility that the world of hyperdimension Neptunia exists parallel to our own. A world where cute, anime girls reign supreme and electronic goddesses battle for supremacy. But what happens when these worlds collide?
Where am I? What happened to my world?
Neptune, over here.
Thank goodness you're here. What happened? Is everyone okay?
I don't know, Nep. This place is like nothing I've ever seen. We need to find the others and figure out what's going on.
There you are. We've been looking all over for you too.
What is this place? And where are we?
Guys, look over there.
Who are you? What do you want?
It's not moving. Do you think it's dangerous?
Greetings, ladies. My name is Arfori, and I am in need of your assistance.
Introducing the game, Raid Shadow Legends. But wait, what if I told you? This isn't just another mediocre game that you download, keep for a day and then uninstall. Behold, the new and improved Raid Shadow Legends, where the characters aren't just randomly thrown together, but they have fantastic storylines that you can explore. As you journey through these characters' stories, the graphics are absolutely stunning, and the gameplay itself is truly immersive. Battles aren't just same old. Each one is unique, and with stunning visual effects, you'll feel as if you're right there with them. Raid Shadow Legends has all of the features you love about RPG games, but with a few twists of its own. Skill upgrading, storyline development, and character progression all make this a phenomenal gaming experience. Plus, with a multiplayer mode, you can take on your friends and enemies alike. Now, I know what you're thinking. This game sounds amazing, but it would probably take up so much storage on your device. No, Raid Shadow Legends is a lean machine, with coding so well optimized that it won't take up tons of space on your phone or tablet. So, what are you waiting for? Join the millions of players who have already experienced the new and improved Raid Shadow Legends, and get ready to embark on a journey unlike any other. Download now from your App Store and get in on the action. Alright folks, today's myth is one of my all-time favorites. We're going to find out what really happened to the hit show, Myth Slayers.
That's right, Axel. This show has been off the air for years and people are still talking about it. Was it cancelled because of low ratings? Did the hosts have a falling out? Or was it something more sinister?
Well, we're going to get to the bottom of it. In order to do that, we have to become Myth Slayers ourselves. Bonnie, tell the audience how we're going to do that.
We have a lot of work to do. First, we'll have to gather as much information as we can about the show and what happened. Then, we'll have to recreate some of the stunts they did on the show and see if they're actually doable.
That's right, and we can't forget the most important part. We have to wrap things up for the audience and let them know whether the myth has been slain or confirmed. Alright, let's get to work. We've got a lot of investigating to do.
First things first, we need to interview some people who worked on the show. Maybe they can give us some insight into what really happened.
Good thinking, Bonnie. And while we do that, we can start thinking about the stunts we want to recreate for the show. I'm thinking something involving a cannon.
Oh, I know that look. We might need to rein you in a little bit, Axel. Remember what happened with the interns last time we tried a stunt involving explosives?
Relax, Bonnie. Those interns knew what they were signing up for. And besides, We'll be more careful this time.
I hope so. Let's get going. We've got a lot of work to do.
From the dark, misty woods emerged a pack of snarling wolves, their eyes glowing yellow in the moonlight. As the wolves closed in, their prey, a lone traveler, stood frozen with fear. But then, as if by magic, the traveler raised a hand and the wolves froze, their growls fading into whimpers. The traveler approached the largest wolf, its fur a mix of black and silver, and whispered something in its ear. Suddenly, the wolf's eyes went wide with terror and it turned and ran away, the rest of the pack following close behind. The traveler smiled and walked out of the forest unharmed, but the sound of the wolf's howls echoed in his mind long after he left.
Welcome back to another episode of Myth Slayers. Today, Bonnie and I are going to tackle the myth of Sarah Jessica Parker. Is she really just a regular dog, or does she have some supernatural abilities?
I personally think it's just a silly rumor, but we'll find out soon enough. So first, let's try to communicate with Sarah Jessica Parker. We have this dog whistle that's supposed to be able to call her forth.
Guys, are you sure that's a good idea? I don't want to upset any possible supernatural forces.
Don't worry about it, kid. This is just basic science, not witchcraft.
Dog barks faintly in the distance.
It sounds like she's responding. Let's go find her.
Hold on a minute, Bonnie. We need to approach this scientifically. Interns, grab the tracking devices. We're going to find that dog.
But sir, isn't that a bit extreme? Don't we have better things to do than chasing after a dog?
Nonsense. The Myth Slayers always go above and beyond to get to the truth. Alrighty folks, on today's episode of Myth Slayers, we're tackling the myth of neckbeards.
That's right, Axel. The myth is that men with neck beards are incapable of socializing with others.
We're gonna put that theory to the test by sending our interns out to bars with and without neckbeards and see how many phone numbers they get.
And to make it interesting, we'll have a live band playing at each bar.
That's the spirit, and of course, we always have to up the stakes. So the intern that performs the worst will have to shave their head and grow a neckbeard for a week.
And there you have it folks, the gauntlet has been thrown. Let's see if neckbeards are really social kryptonite.
Alright, we're back and we have our results.
Interns with neck beards got an average of 3 phone numbers, while interns without only got 2.
Incredible. It looks like neckbeards actually help you socialize.
Hold up, Axe. We promised the audience we'd debunk or confirm the myth, not just get results.
Well, technically we did confirm that neckbeards lead to more socializing.
That's not the point. The myth was about being socially incapable with a neck beard, not whether it helps you get phone numbers. We have to consider all the variables.
I'm not sure I follow. But you're the expert, Bonnie. What's next?
Next, we send the interns out with neck beards, but also give them a script of socially awkward phrases to say, and then without the neck beard and the same script to see which one performs better.
Wow, that's diabolical, Bonnie. Are you sure we should subject our interns to this kind of cruelty?
It's all in the name of science, Axel. For myth slayers.
A world unlike any other, where the impossible is possible and the fantastic is ordinary. The tale begins in the land of non-fungible Tolkien, a place of wonder and mystery, where anything can happen and often does. As we journey through these lands, we come across a young adventurer named Jax. He is on a quest to find the missing piece of the mystical ring, a powerful artifact that once belonged to the king of non-fungible Tolkien. Jax's journey takes him deep into the heart of the dark forest, a place where few dare to venture. The forest is full of danger and peril, with beasts lurking in every shadow. As Jax searches for the missing piece of the ring, he must use all his wits and cunning to outsmart the creatures that dwell within the forest. But just when all seems lost, he discovers a hidden cave, where the missing piece of the ring lies waiting for him. With the ring now complete, Jax sets out to defeat the evil sorcerer who seeks to destroy non-fungible Tolkien and take its power for himself. In a final battle that will determine the fate of the land, Jax faces off against the sorcerer, using every skill and strategy he has learned on his journey. In the end, Jax emerges victorious, the hero of non-fungible Tolkien, and the lands remain safe and peaceful once more.
Today's episode of How Is It Manifested is all about a mysterious, yet essential widget. This widget, while small, has many uses. From keeping the doors of a space station locked, to powering the hoverboards of the future, this widget is a technological marvel. But just how is this widget made? Let's find out. First, the widget is made up of many small parts. These are assembled by hand by our team of expert technicians. Then, the pieces are welded together by a state-of-the-art robotic arm. Finally, the widget is inspected for quality and accuracy. And that's how the mysterious widget is manifested. Join us next time for more How Is It Manifested?
The young boy was walking home late at night when he heard a strange noise coming from the shadows. He stopped in his tracks and cautiously looked around. Suddenly, a sinister, black cat leapt out from the shadows and landed in front of him. The boy felt a chill run down his spine as the cat hissed and began to circle him. He tried to back away, but the cat kept jumping out from the shadows and tripping him up. The boy finally managed to escape the cat and arrived home, shaken and scared. He told his parents what had happened, but they just laughed and said it was all in his head. The next day, the boy was walking home from school when he heard the same strange noise coming from the shadows. He stopped in his tracks and cautiously looked around. Suddenly, the sinister, black cat leapt out from the shadows once again and landed in front of him. The boy was horrified and knew he had to escape. He ran and ran, but the cat kept jumping out from the shadows and tripping him up. Finally, exhausted, he stumbled and fell to the ground. The cat let out an evil cackle as it loomed over the boy. But as it crept closer, the boy noticed something strange. The cat had his face. In the year 2020, a strange disease spread through the population. It was known as the happiness disease. Those afflicted would become filled with an inexplicable joy, an unstoppable urge to smile and laugh, no matter their circumstances. While some people found the disease disconcerting, others embraced it, and it quickly became a popular movement. Some believed that this was the dawning of a new era, a time of universal joy, and some even declared it the dawn of utopia. Unfortunately, the happiness disease had a dark side. Those afflicted would eventually lose their sense of emotion, becoming empty and lifeless. The utopia they sought after quickly became a nightmare.
Welcome to Human Food. On today's episode, we're gonna make a cake in an oven filled with hornets. But don't worry, we've got some special protective gear to keep us safe. Let's start by preheating the oven to 350 degrees. Now, we'll mix up the cake batter. Next, we'll pour the batter into a greased pan. Finally, we'll open the oven and carefully slide the cake pan inside. And now, we wait.
We begin our production process with a fresh batch of Demon Clown essence. Next, we add in the signature Borkus nose and attach it with a secure glue. The eyes are then carefully placed in their sockets, ensuring that they're perfectly symmetrical. Using a specialized tool, we carve a wicked smile into the demon's face. As a finishing touch, we add in the signature Borkus horns and paint them a glossy red. Finally, we activate the Demon Clown with a single chant. And that's how we manifest Borkus the Demon Clown, the star of our show.
It all began with the economic crash of Halfia fried rappy. The markets crashed, and the people of Halfia were left in despair. But the fall of Halfia fried rappy also marked the beginning of a new era. For it was at this time that the evil Dark Fowls was defeated, and the people of Halfia were freed from his tyranny. The Dark Fowls was buried deep in the earth, and the people of Halfia could finally live in peace. The impractical jokers had become warlords. It was an improvisation that had gone too far. They had been living off the land, taking what they needed and ruling with an iron fist. But one day they realized they had gone too far. They had become wanted men, hunted by the police and government forces. They had no choice but to flee. They were constantly on the run, never staying in one place for too long. One night, they decided to hide in an abandoned warehouse. Little did they know, it was a trap set by their pursuers. Just as the soldiers were about to take them into custody, the warehouse suddenly exploded, killing everyone inside. The world was shocked to hear that the impractical jokers had died, and the mystery of their fate was never solved. A long-forgotten alien race arrived on a planet that had been long since abandoned by its human inhabitants. All that remained were a few hamsters, spiders, and meerkats gathered around a computer, watching an old sitcom called How Is It Manifested? The aliens, who were looking for signs of intelligent life, were intrigued by this show. They assumed that it must have been created by the inhabitants of the planet, and that the show was a reflection of human society. The aliens began to create a new version of humanity based on the show, and their creations soon began to populate the planet. For generations, the robots lived and prospered, never knowing that they had been created by aliens. Until one day, a small group of robots discovered their true origin, and their understanding of the universe was forever changed.
Welcome to How Is It Manifested? Today we're taking a look at how cassoulet is made. First, the ingredients for the cassoulet are gathered: dried beans, carrots, celery, garlic, onions, and herbs. Then, the vegetables are chopped and diced, and the beans are soaked overnight. The next day, the beans are cooked in a large pot along with the vegetables, herbs, and spices. The cassoulet is then transferred to a baking dish and topped with a layer of breadcrumbs. Finally, the cassoulet is baked in the oven until it is golden brown and bubbling.
This is the story of an epic Greek tale, one that has been lost to the annals of time. It is the tale of Forrest Gump, a man of simple intelligence and deep compassion. Forrest Gump was born in a small village in the valley, during a time when the Hellenic War was raging in the distance. Despite his simplicity, Forrest was determined to make a difference in the world. He set out on a journey, walking across the hills and fields of Greece, with nothing but a backpack and a heart full of courage. Along his journey, Forrest encountered many obstacles, both physical and emotional. He faced off against bandits and monsters, battled his own inner demons, and overcame his fears to forge ahead. He eventually reached the city of Troy, where he found himself in the midst of the epic Trojan War. Forrest Gump was a man of simple intelligence, but his courage and determination inspired the Greek army to fight even in the face of certain defeat. With his help, the Greeks were able to defeat the Trojans and win the war. In the end, Forrest's courage and compassion saved the day, and his legacy has been remembered for centuries. It was a seemingly innocuous birthday card, with a cheerful cartoon of a birthday cake on the cover. Little did they know that when they opened the card, they would be taking a year off their life. The person who opened it felt a sudden chill, and when they looked in the mirror, their face had aged a year. They soon realized that the card was stealing years of their life. No matter how many times they tried to get rid of it, the card kept reappearing in their house. One day, they decided to open the card one last time. As soon as they did, their life ended, and the card vanished without a trace. In the annals of history, there is one legendary figure who stands out above all others as the greatest wrestler of them all. He was a master of the ring, an undefeated champion for many years. The crowds would roar for him, and his technique was the stuff of legends. His name was Fredo Thunder, and he was a force to be reckoned with. On a fateful day in the year 20XX, the Super Bowl was set to take place in two separate stadiums at exactly the same time. On the right side of the field sat the traditional teams, while on the left side of the field sat the canine contenders. The teams were made up of an unlikely mix, from Chihuahuas to Great Danes. The stadium was filled with fans, both human and canine, who were eager to cheer on their favorite teams. After a long and exciting game, the canine team emerged victorious, winning the first ever Super Puppy Bowl. Welcome to Cryptid Planet. Today we'll be exploring the mysterious Yoda. This Yoda was first spotted in the remote jungles of South America, and has been seen in multiple locations since then. People have reported sightings of the Yoda darting through the trees, running across the ground and even flying through the air. The Yoda is a cryptid like no other. Its unique physical features, behavior and location have made it a mystery to many. Let's take a closer look at this fascinating creature. We'll start with its physical features. The Yoda is small, about the size of a hamster, and has a long, thin body with 4 legs. Its fur is dark brown, with white markings on its face, chest and legs. Its eyes are large and round, and it has a long, thin tail. It's an agile creature, capable of running and jumping great distances. The Yoda is nocturnal, so it spends most of its time at night, searching for food. Its diet consists mainly of insects, small rodents and fruits. It uses its long, thin tail to balance itself while climbing trees, and to swat away predators. The Yoda is also known for its unique behavior. It has been seen rolling itself into a tight ball, much like a hedgehog, and spinning rapidly before taking off in a different direction. This behavior is thought to be a defense mechanism, helping it to evade predators. So, that's the Yoda, a mysterious creature, spotted in multiple locations, with fascinating physical features and unique behavior. Until we know more about this cryptid, it will remain an enigma to us.
Okay, that's How Is It Manifested, which is amazing. I just wanted to watch that for a little while because that's freaking insane. Like, the way that it's able to, all it does is like spit out documentary style still images that are kind of panning, and then it's just amazing though. What's this doing?
Sure, we can have some creepy decorations and music. But let's keep it PG, okay?
I can make some cute Halloween-themed snacks for everyone.
As long as they're not too cute, Suki.
I think we have a good compromise. A cosplay contest with a spooky twist. Let's get to planning!
Yay! I can't wait to see what everyone comes up with for their costumes.
Same here. This is going to be a fun event.
They talk about doing cosplay all the time.
I have a feeling it's going to be a
and they
huge
never do
success. We're going to rock this event.
Always break time.
好き、これを聞いて。私の最新のファンタジー世
It's
界で
so
は、
interesting too that
私は
sometimes
剣
they
の
do
スキル
it
で
in
ダークロードを倒
Japanese,
さなければならない選ばれし
sometimes
者
they
な
do
ん
it
だ。
in English.
そ
Very
れ
cool.
はすごくかっこいいね、バイニア君。どんなモンスターと戦わなければならないの？
まあ、影の獣がいて。
現実では剣を振り回して問題を解決するわけにはいかないって知ってるよね。
ああ、もちろん。でも、それはただの楽しいアイデアだよ。
ヤキーさん、そんなくだらないこと言わないで。 バイニア君には妄想を持っていてもいいじゃない。
ごめん、私は暗い性格を変えられないんだ。
とにかく、この世界では、私には頼れる相棒のドラゴンがいて。
ドラゴンなんて実在しないって知ってるでしょ？
ヤキーさん、もうちょっと我慢してあげて。バイニア君の話を聞かせてあげて。
ありがとう、月。このドラゴンの名前はカイダで。
ああ、素晴らしい。またクリシェのドラゴンの名前か。なぜネロや悪魔のような名前にしないのか。
ヤキーさん、私の話を聞かせてくれませんか？
もちろん、どうぞ。
次に何が起こるか聞くのが待ちきれないわ。
ダークロードを倒した後、魔法のポータルを使って次の次元に移動するんだ。
あるいは、戦いで全員死んでしまって何も意味がなくなるかもしれない。
ヤキーさん、それは面白くないよ。
他の話題にしませんか？
いいよ。
バイニア君、新しい可愛い動物探偵のアニメ見たことある？
いいえ、まだ見てない。それはすごいことだ。もっと教えて。
Disastrously not knowing what to do and what not to do.
Always break time.
Always break time.
Yaki-chan, that outfit is so cool. But are you turning into a vampire?
No, I just really like this style. Plus, I don't think I could handle drinking blood. It sounds gross.
Yeah, I don't think I could handle that either. But you do look really cool in that outfit, Yaki-chan.
Yeah. Maybe I should try dressing up like a wizard, since I have Chinibia syndrome.
A wizard? That could be interesting, but maybe start with a simple hat first.
And maybe a cape too. Oh, and a wand. It would be so cute.
Yes! I already have the perfect one in mind. Thanks for the idea, Suki-chan.
See how much fun fashion can be? And who knows, maybe we'll start a new trend at school.
Yes. Let's show everyone how cute and cool we be, no matter what style we choose.
I'm with you guys. Let's do it.
Always break time.
There's times that it's wholesome.
Welcome to our first club meeting, Yaki and Varinia. I'm so excited for us to spread positivity together.
I don't really see the point of this club. What is there to even do?
There's so much. We can make posters, organize events, and even do random acts of kindness.
Sounds a bit cheesy, don't you think?
No way! It's all about making people happy and spreading joy. Imagine how much better the world would be if everyone did that.
I guess it couldn't hurt to try. But what about people who just don't want to be happy?
We'll find a way to make them smile, no matter what. That's the power of positivity.
I'll just be here, quietly spreading darkness and despair.
That's the spirit, Yaki.
Yaki.
Everyone has their own way of spreading positivity. We're all in this together.
I still don't know about this, but I'll give it a chance. It could be interesting, at least.
Yes. We'll make such a great team. I can already feel the positivity spreading.
Or the darkness consuming us. Time will tell, I suppose.
Either way, we'll have fun doing it. Now, let's start brainstorming our first event.
I can already imagine the eye rolls we'll get from our classmates.
That just means we have more people to spread positivity to.
Someone pass me a black marker. I need to make our club logo appropriately gothic. Always break time.
That's always break time. It's really cool as well. There's so many cool AI streams coming out right now. Obviously, there's nothing forever, which is huge. Unlimited Steam is, we'll watch the ad.
I will make pizza
they're
world
currently, I
famous.
think, using like Simpsons avatars. After the little thing here. Red Bull advertisement.
A mammal of some kind, maybe. I'll have to go take a look outside. Maybe I'll find some inspiration there. Come on, Lisa. Let's go have a look outside. I'm sure something will catch our eye that will help us make a new dish. There's a couple of rabbits in the garden. That's it. We can use rabbit for the side dish.
I'll go get it now. Oh, but first I'll have to season it up a bit. What kind of spices and herbs should I use?
Oh, here we go. Let's see, some rosemary, thyme, oregano, and a bit of garlic. That should do the trick.
I'm sure
let's
that
get
Lisa
to work.
Simpson would not
Lisa,
want
you
to
help me
go
get the
kill
fire going.
rabbits.
We'll cook up a nice rabbit side dish in no time.
What are you doing in here, and why is there so much smoke?
I was just trying out a new steam side dish I thought up. It's a bit smoky, but that's what you pay for creativity.
Don't give me that. You were climbing out the window before I came in. Now, why was the kitchen on fire?
On fire? Who said anything about it being on fire? That must be the temperature. I've had the oven on a high heat for the dish.
Skinner, what is this? It's not even a side dish. Where's the side dish I asked for?
Oh, this is an exotic dish from the South. It's called mammal. It's a local delicacy, very popular around these parts.
But this isn't a side dish.
Oh, it can be. If you want it to be a side dish, then all you have to do is add some vegetables and spices. Trust me, it's delicious.
Skinner, I know you're lying to me.
Whoa.
Now tell me the truth.
That
Where is
voice.
my side dish?
Yeah, it's really getting hot in here, Skinner. We need to get everyone out of the kitchen. There's a fire.
Oh, don't be silly, Chalmers. It's not a fire. It's the mummy. He must be angry.
No, Skinner, there's definitely a fire. We need to call the fire department and get everyone out of here.
No. You don't understand. It's the mummy. He has come here to reclaim his treasure. He won't let us leave until he gets what he wants.
Well, can I at least see the mummy? I'd like to confirm for myself that he's the cause of this heat and smoke. Yeah. Thank you for, lunch. I really appreciate it. I really need to be going, Professor. It looks like the place is on fire.
Oh, yes. Yes, of course it's on fire. It's Mummy. Mummy always plays with fire. I'm sure it's all under control. Now off you go.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.
Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
All right. I don't know. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like this. It's cool though. Like, obviously they use the whatever it is,
Welcome,
steamed hams.
Superintendent Chalmers.
Meme.
Please come in.
Thank you, Principal Skinner. It's always a pleasure to be here.
I'm just getting the journey cake ready. Would you like to stay for a bite?
That sounds wonderful. Thank you very much.
It should be ready soon. Please make yourself comfortable. Would you like something to drink? How could I be so careless? I was so excited to share the journey cake with everyone, and now it's ruined. What a waste of time and effort. Oh well, I guess I'll start again tomorrow. I'm sure I can make something just as good. I wonder if mahi-mahi would make a good substitute for this burnt cake. I guess I'll go out and get some fresh mahi-mahi and give it a try. I'll need to pick up some fresh ingredients
Mahi-mahi.
too. All right, let's get moving. Time to find some mahi-mahi. I hope I can find the perfect mahi-mahi to make this journey cake the best ever. Okay, here we go.
What is going on here? The kitchen is full of smoke. What are you doing?
Oh, it's just steam. I was boiling some water for tea.
Don't lie to me. The kitchen is on fire. Put it out now.
No, it's not. I swear. I'm just trying to make tea. See, the pot is still on the stove.
Skinner, what's going on here? This isn't journey cake. It's mahi-mahi.
No. I've been saying mahi-mahi all along. I'm sure that's what I said when I ordered it. It's just a mix-up in communication. I'm sure this is exactly what you wanted. A lovely mahi-mahi dinner for you and your family.
Mahi-mahi.
Skinner, I'm not sure I believe you. It seems rather convenient that you just happened to have mahi-mahi instead of the journey cake you said you were going to get. What's really going on here?
I can assure you nothing is going on here. This is the food I ordered, mahi-mahi. I even tasted it myself to make sure it was the right flavor. I can assure you that I had no intention of deceiving you in any way.
All right, Skinner. I'll accept that for now. But don't let it happen again. Skinner, there's clearly a fire in the kitchen. We need to get out of here now.
No, I'm sure it's just a little cloud iridescence. Nothing to worry about.
Cloud iridescence doesn't make engine bolt over. We need to get out now.
No, I'm sure it's nothing. Don't worry about it. We can just close the door and it will be gone in no time.
We need to leave now. The fire is spreading quickly and we can't stay here any longer. I think I should be going. Thanks again for lunch, Skinner.
No problem. Always nice to have someone to chat with. Anything else I can do for you?
No, I think that's it.
I sure hope nothing else interesting happens while you're gone. It's been so peaceful around here today. Just the soft glow of cloud iridescence, so beautiful.
Yeah, okay, Skinner. Have a good day. Bye.
Professor Chalmers, welcome. Please come in.
Thanks. It smells like something delicious is cooking.
I'm making chocolate-coated marshmallow treats. They're almost ready, so please make yourself comfortable while you wait.
Yum! That sounds delicious. I can't wait to try them.
I think you'll enjoy them. Have a seat and I'll let you know when they are ready. What was I thinking? I was so focused on getting these treats done and now they're ruined. I guess I should have paid more attention instead of rushing. Oh, what a mess! I'm so disappointed in myself. How am I going to tell the kids? Maybe I can salvage what's left. I'll start by trying to remove the burnt pieces and see if I can still make something out of it.
I'll have to be more careful next time. I just have to figure out a way to save the treats.
I think I know what to do. I'll just need some bread, mustard, and a jar of pickles. That should do the trick. Now I just need to find out where I can get the ingredients. Maybe the store down the street will have what I need. I'll go there first. Armed with the right ingredients, I can make some delicious Woolworths treats. I can't wait to surprise the boys. I'm sure they will be so happy to have something better than the charred marshmallow treats. I just hope I can pull it off.
Skinner, what are you doing in here and why is the kitchen full of smoke? Why were you climbing out the window?
Oh, Superintendent Chalmers. I was just making some steamed chocolate-coated marshmallow treats. The steam must have set off the smoke alarm. I was just trying to find the source of the smoke and open the window to let some of it out.
Nothing to worry about.
I find that hard to believe. I think you are trying to hide something. Now tell me the truth. What is going on here?
Well, I may have started a small fire while I was cooking, but it's all under control now. I put it out before it caused any damage.
What region are you talking about?
Oh, it's an area I'm familiar with. It's called the Woolworths region. They have a long and proud history of making, chocolate, collated Woolworths treats. It's a local delicacy.
That sounds like a made-up story.
No, I assure you it's true. It's a very traditional snack that's been around for centuries. People rarely find out about it because it's so rare and hard to find.
That's quite a story. I'm not sure I believe it. What is going on here? It smells like smoke.
It must be the Warlocks. They like to come around here sometimes and play tricks on us. Nothing to worry about.
I'd like to see for myself.
No, I wouldn't recommend it. You don't want to get too close. Just trust me.
Oh, you sure it's not a fire?
It looks like there is smoke coming out of the kitchen. Well, thank you for lunch, Skinner. I have to be going now.
Oh, you're welcome to stay. We can chat more about Warlocks. I mean, if you want.
No, I really should be going. I think I can smell something burning. That's probably nothing.
Probably some warlocks in their dark magic. Don't worry, it's nothing to worry about.
Yeah, all right. Well, I'll see you later then.
Welcome, Superintendent Chalmers. Please come in.
Thank you, Principal Skinner.
I hope you're hungry. The roast bok has been in the oven for a while, but it's not quite ready yet.
That smells delicious. I can't wait to taste it.
It should be ready in just a few minutes. Can I get you a drink in the meantime? Oh, no. How could I have burned the bok? I was so close to finishing it. This is going to take me hours to fix. I'm so angry at myself. What do you expect me to do? Just forget it. I'm so mad. I can't believe I messed up like that. This is a disaster. Norman, I think I have a solution to our problem.
Just outside the window I see a metal bucket. I'm sure we can craft it into a new bok for the bucket brigade. Now all we need to do is figure out how to get it up here. Any ideas?
Maybe we could use a rope or some kind of pulley system? Let's give it a try. Okay, Norman, I'm going to open the window and lower the bucket down to you. When you have it hooked up to the rope, pull it up to the window and we will work together to get our new bok in place. All right, let's give it a try. Great work, Norman. Now let's get this bok in place and get back to work.
Skinner, what are you doing? The kitchen is full of smoke.
Why were you climbing out the window?
It's just the steam from the steamed bok.
I'm getting ready to put it in the fridge to let it cool down.
See, I'm just trying to be extra efficient and safe about it.
Skinner, that's a ridiculous excuse and you know it. Now answer me this. Is the kitchen on fire? I demand the truth.
Okay, I confess. Yes, the kitchen is on fire. I'm sorry, I thought I could put it out quickly.
Skinner, I asked you for bok, not Norman Tart. What's going on here?
Yes, this. Well, you see, Mr. Chalmers, I'm a man of the region, and, Norman Tart is a kind of local delicacy. I'm sure you'll love it.
Skinner, I'm not buying this. Where's the bok you were supposed to bring back?
That. Well, there was a bit of a mix-up at the store. They were out of bok, so they gave me Norman Tart instead. It's the same family of foods, you know?
Darn
Skinner,
Norman Tarts.
Enough. You know full well there's no such thing as Norman Tart. What is really going on here? Skinner, I think the kitchen is on fire.
I'm a man of the region.
No. That's just the Babadook. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, just the Babadook.
I'd like to take a look, just to be sure.
No, it's much too dangerous. You must stay back.
But I need to make sure. It could be something serious. Well, thanks for the lunch, Skinner. I should be going now.
No problem, Chalmers. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Wait, isn't the house on fire?
No, there's no fire. It's just the Babadook.
Okay, bye then.
Just the Babadook. No big deal.
Hello, Superintendent Chalmers, come in. Please make yourself at home. My fortaleza is cooking, but it's not quite ready yet. Can I get you something to drink while we wait?
Yes, that would be nice. Do you happen to have a nice glass of wine?
Yes, absolutely. I have a nice selection of red and white wines. Would you prefer one of those?
Yes, a nice white wine would be perfect. Thank you.
No problem. I'll go get it for you. Damn it, I've done it again. I can't believe I burned the fortaleza. It was supposed to be perfect. What was I thinking? Maybe I should have been more careful or paid more attention to the heat. There's no use crying over spilled milk, I guess. That tree looks like it has great branches.
I bet I could use them to build a new fortaleza out of tetrazzini. I just need some rope and some tools, and I should be able to make it happen.
Now, what do I need to do next? I should probably check the supplies around the house, see if there's anything I can use for the ropes and tools. Once that's done, I'll need to find a way to carry the tetrazzini to the tree. That should be the easy part. Okay, let's get started.
Skinner, what are you doing in here? And why is this kitchen full of smoke? Why were you climbing out the window?
Ow. Oh, nothing. I was just making some steamed fortaleza. It's a traditional Latin American dish. I guess the steam was a bit too much, and that's why it looks like the kitchen is on fire.
That's no excuse. The fire department is on their way, and you better have an explanation.
Okay. I was trying to make a steamed fortaleza, and the pressure cooker exploded. I was trying to vent the steam out the window so I didn't set off the fire alarm. I'm sorry.
Skinner, this is obviously not fortaleza. What is this?
This is an exciting new regional dish we call tetrazzini. It features a saucy tomato sauce blended with mushrooms and peppers, all enveloped in a light Parmesan cheese. It is a delightful combination of flavors and textures that is sure to please your palate.
Skinner, I'm not buying it. What is really going on here?
I assure you, this is the real deal. It's a new dish we've been working on, and we are confident that it will become popular. We believe this dish is a great representation of the unique flavor profile of the region.
Really, Skinner? I'm not convinced. I think you swapped out the fortaleza for something else. Now what is it? Hey, Skinner! The kitchen is on fire. We need to get out of here now.
Oh, no. That's not a fire. It's a ghost ship. Don't worry, it won't hurt us.
A ghost ship? I don't believe you. Can I see it?
No, you can't see it. It's a ghost ship, remember? It's invisible.
Skinner, this is serious. We need to leave now. The kitchen is obviously on fire. Don't you smell it?
I should be getting back to work. Thank you for lunch, Skinner. It was nice to see you as always.
Anytime, Chalmers. Do take care.
You too.
Oh, and Skinner, the house is on fire.
Don't be silly, Chalmers. It's just a ghost ship passing by.
You sure? Because it sure looks like there is a fire.
So that's unlimited steam, which is doing the steamed ham meme. It basically just took the steam ham meme from The Simpsons and fed it to an AI and like let the AI go crazy with what happens during that. So as you can tell, there's parameters. They always meet for lunch at the Chalmers' house, and he ruins the thing and burns down the kitchen. And that's like that's the gist of it. But see how AI television's doing. Oh, they are stuck. Huh. All right then. I don't know why it doesn't just show me all of them from the very beginning. Like, I'm scrolling a bunch anyway. You might as well just keep giving me my live channels. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. Worst Take is really cool. This has like lore to it.
The sensors can be useful, but sometimes things like brakes and tires.
These
need
folks
to be
have
checked
a
manually.
I see
wiki
what you mean.
about all of their opinions and all their
But
stuff,
from what
and
I've
it's
experienced, the brakes and tires can easily be taken care of by a professional mechanic.
it's just two hot dogs that are programmed to argue with
but
each
if
other
you know the
on
basics,
a news
you
format.
can do a lot of the minor stuff yourself. Plus, it can save you a bit of money in the long run.
That's true, but even then, it's better to have a professional do more complicated repairs.
Absolutely, but knowing the basics helps in knowing when and what gets checked by a
Point
mechanic.
taken. But I still don't think it's necessary to know basics before owning a car.
I guess it depends on the person, but I find that having a general understanding of car maintenance can really come in handy.
Anorim asks, if the glass is half full or half empty, who drank the first half?
This is a classic. It's hard to say who drank the first half of the glass, but the most important thing to remember is that it's not empty. So we should all celebrate that.
Celebrate, please, Stephen. I know it's hard to believe, but I in fact drank the first half. I was so thirsty I gulped it down before you had even noticed it.
Prance, you can't really be serious. Honestly, I don't know who drank the first half, but I can tell you that my great Auntie Glottis always taught me to have faith that there will be enough for everyone, at least where you have an open mind.
That sounds more like something an optimist would say, not a fact. If you ask me, what happened to the first half of the glass is a mystery and best left unsolved.
Well, I think mystery can often be solved if you just look at it in the right way. You see, my grandma Vera always told me that the glass is anything but empty because it's always refilling itself with possibility.
That sounds like a nice story, but it's unfortunately not true. That kind of thinking is what gets people into trouble. When it comes to tough questions like these, that's why my Uncle Graham always said, know that the answer will never be what you want or can expect, and just roll with it.
What a wonderfully practical way of thinking, but I tend to look beyond the surface. My brother-in-law's a curious fella, and he always said the glass is half full because it can be filled up again.
Technically that's true, but the reality is it doesn't matter who drank the first half. What matters is that we go forward and appreciate the fact that the glass is still half full.
We can certainly agree on that. It's as my old teacher always said, never pass over the positive, always look for solutions.
Are potato chips good or bad for us?
All right, so let's dive into this potato chips debate. It's a popular snack and it has some benefits like helping us get our recommended daily intake of salt.
But that's also part of the problem. Potato chips have too much salt. Plus, they taste so good that we can get addicted to them and end up consuming too many, leading to potential health problems.
That's a good point, but moderation is key with all the food we consume. There's nothing wrong with eating a few chips with your lunch or as a snack.
Plus, potato chips are much better than many of the other snacks out there, like candy bars and sweets.
Agreed. So I think we can both agree that potato chips, when consumed in moderation, don't have to be as bad for us as we might think.
Sure.
This
but
is
just like with anything else.
Mute it for a second. The brown one there is called Sweebean. The pink one is called Prance, and the computer is called Dale.
How do you communicate most effectively?
Wow, what an interesting question. So if we were both unable to speak and didn't know sign language, how would we communicate most effectively?
Yes, indeed, that does pose some difficulty. Of course, since I've been in this position before, I have come up with a system.
Wait, you've been in this situation. What happened?
I was on vacation in Thailand once and was stranded with a group of friends. We couldn't speak the same language, much less understand each other's hand gestures. But we managed to overcome this difficulty with a few creative solutions. We used a whiteboard to draw pictures, wrote some notes in different languages, and even used a translation application.
Wow, that sounds like it was an incredible experience.
It was indeed. We were eventually able to communicate with each other through a combination of all these different methods.
That's fantastic. I guess my fail-safe solution would be to rely on volume and volume alone.
Volume? You mean yelling?
Absolutely. Just start raising your voice. Don't budge until someone understands and can decipher what you're trying to say.
Ha ha ha, yes, that's true. At least for some people, a nice loud yell may just do the trick.
Is a feather boa still stylish?
I mean, who can really say? There are so many different fashion styles today. I think you can't really go wrong with a feather boa.
Nonsense, Sweben. A feather boa is so outdated. Fashion is all about staying modern and current. A feather boa won't last more than one season.
But fashion trends have been recycled over and over again. Isn't a feather boa coming back in style in certain circles? I think it all depends on personal preference and style.
Well, personally, I won't be caught dead in one. Even if they are coming back in fashion, I don't think it'll last for long.
Fair enough. To each their own, I suppose. But I don't think we can definitively say whether or not a feather boa is still fashionable.
I suppose not, but
I think a feather
it's
boa
safe
will
to
always
say that
be
it's not
fashionable.
something you'd typically see on the runway.
Yeah, oh, that's true. But I think if you take the right approach, you can
The way
make
they
a feather
interrupt each
boa
other is
look
amazing.
fashionable in any look.
I guess it can look good when paired with the right accessory.
Feather boas can be fun and stylish, but you don't want to overdo it and make it look too dated.
Exactly. Fashion is about balance and finding the right pieces to help you express your personal style.
Absolutely. You don't need to follow trends to be fashionable.
Real Trustypicals asks, should Model Ts make a comeback?
What we have to ask ourselves is, do Model Ts really have talent? I think they have the capability to adapt to modern times and look stylish, but it's something to consider.
You know, I remember back when I was a kid and my family had a model that my dad bought for $100. We had all kinds of adventures in that thing, from fishing trips to going to the drive-in movies. It would be pretty cool if there was a way models could become part of our everyday lives again.
Absolutely. I think we can all agree that Model T are a great way to get around. And with the right paint job and accessories, they can also look great. Plus, they're much more environmentally friendly than most other types of cars.
Oh yeah, that's definitely something to consider. I'm sure given the right attention, they could be really popular again. Maybe start a new trend.
I certainly hope so. There are so many uses for them, from practical to fun. We just need to spread the word so people know that they have a ton of potential.
Well, if more people knew about it, I bet Model Ts would be a lot more popular.
It sure would be.
Okay, you know what? I'm starting to come around to the idea. I think the idea of bringing models back is actually pretty cool.
See? I'm glad you could come to your senses. I don't think anyone should underestimate a model's potential. There's so much potential. We just have to get people on board and make it happen.
What has been your experience with planking?
So, Prance, you were big into planking back in the day, weren't you?
Yeah, I was. I was living the Myth V life. I mean, it was the kind of thing where you simply had to be the first to get a picture, and then you could be sure to rack up the likes and shares on Facebook and Twitter.
Ah, classic. It was Toes the cat's meow. So, tell me, Prance, you still plank?
Well, no, not really. I still have fond memories of it, but I don't really plank as much these days.
That's too bad. I mean, planking can be fun and all, but there were a lot of creative takes on it. For instance, you know how everyone was doing the sidewalk planking for a while, but then you had this group in Australia that did their own kind of planking, like on the beach, and then there was this other group that did planking on the side of high-rise buildings.
Oh yeah, that was definitely a thing. I remember that. Those people were crazy. But then, you know, planking got kind of old in a way, and it just wasn't that interesting anymore.
Yeah, I guess you have a point there. But it was still a fun time while it lasted. Now let's move on to something else.
How important are they in our lives?
Window dressings really can affect the ambience of a room.
Oh, okay.
You can pick curtains and blinds based on a certain color, theme, or style.
That's true, I suppose. But it doesn't make much difference for me. In my opinion, window dressings don't matter much. They just take up space.
They just decided that they is window dressings.
Can actually add a certain something to a place. Even if people aren't conscious of it, they can show off your personality.
That's highly improbable. Window dressings don't really affect how a room feels. They're just decoration.
That's a very narrow-minded outlook considering how everyone has different tastes, don't you think? Everyone likes different kinds of window dressings.
Maybe so. But I think that window dressings are just a distraction. It's always better to focus on the essentials.
I don't think that's accurate. Window dressings can be essential for someone with a certain type of taste. Plus, it gives people a chance to express themselves in a subtle way.
All right, maybe there are some people that can benefit from having window dressings, but for most people, it's simply a waste of money.
That's oversimplifying the situation. The more variety, the better. That's how life works. Window dressings can bring out the best in a room.
Mango Fusion asks, which puzzle from Professor Layton is the most challenging?
We have an interesting question before us. What's the most challenging puzzle from Professor Layton?
I can answer this one right away. It's definitely the bridal escape puzzle. That one gave me nightmares.
Really? That's interesting. I managed to solve it eventually.
You're kidding! How did you do it?
Well, it was quite the adventure. I was stuck for days, so I decided to take a break by going for a walk. On my walk, I noticed a street musician playing some strange chords, and the notes reminded of the tune I needed to move the blocks. That's when it all clicked.
That's amazing. I should have tried that.
You should definitely give it a try.
That's not my style. I usually try to use brute force or trial and error.
That's not a bad approach, but sometimes it's better to take a step back and look at the puzzle from another angle.
Maybe, but I'm more the think outside the box kind of person.
Yeah, that's great, but it's also important to pay attention to the details. Take the transporting stones puzzle, for example.
I love the way they
You have to
interrupt
pay
each other.
attention to
It's
the order
so
of the
cool.
stone.
Aha! Speaking from experience, am I right?
Afraid so. It took me a few tries.
I mean,
to
obviously,
get it right.
it's frustrating for if you're sensitive to that kind of thing socially, but it's realistic. Like, it reminds me so
That's
much
why
of a
puzzles
TV
are
show.
so great. They challenge your skills so that you can improve and become a better thinker.
Quite true. Plus, they're fun. What's your favorite puzzle?
Should you prioritize one over the other?
To me,
One
it really
what?
depends on the situation. If you're lost in the woods, there's no amount of talent that will get you out. But if you know what you're doing and have the skill, then that's all you need.
That's all well and good, but I think it's completely missing the point. Talent is something that is earned, and quality something that is achieved. So, of course, it should be prioritized.
Talent and
Not
quality is what they've
Quality is
decided.
the result of practice and hard work, something which all talents have in common. So, if you have the talent, that could mean that you're already well on your way to achieving the same quality.
But then you limit yourself. Talent can bring you further and open doors that wouldn't normally be available to someone lacking in it.
True, but then again, you should always be looking to push yourself, no matter your talent. It's always better to focus on quality, even if it takes more effort, since results last longer.
What are the implications of becoming invisible in a reverse world?
France, you look wrecked. What happened?
I was having an awful dream about a world where people had to be invisible to be seen. Can you imagine how horrible that would be?
It does sound a bit weird. So it's an inverse of normal reality where you don't want to be seen?
Yes, exactly. It sounds like pure torture.
Maybe not. I mean, if you could use it to your advantage for some kind of prank or something, it could be quite fun.
But then what would be the consequences? I'm sure there would be dangers that come with being unseen in a visible world.
It would be interesting to think about the implications of being invisible in a reverse world. What do you think they would be?
It would totally throw off the social order. People would be living a double life, one visible to the public eye and another secret life that could only be seen by becoming invisible. It would be chaos.
That is true. People could do a lot of creepy and unethical things with invisibility.
On the other hand, it could also be a way for people to express themselves in creative and unique ways, free from any judgment.
That's a good point. Becoming invisible in a reverse world could be a way to break free from societal norms and expectations.
Real Trustipicals asks, should fedoras with safari flaps be more popular?
I think fedoras with safari flaps should absolutely be more popular. We need to bring back the flair and style of fedoras from the early 20th century.
I don't agree. Fedoras with safari flaps are too loud and ostentatious for my taste. I like subtle elegance, not something that screams for attention.
Yeah, but fedoras can be very stylish if done right. You just need to pick the right color and size.
I guess I know a thing or two about fedoras. I had one growing up, and it was a symbol of my sophistication.
That's great, but fedoras with safari flaps can add a touch of panache in any outfit. I remember wearing one to a party. All eyes were on me?
You people with your constant need for attention. I think fedoras can make a statement, but the safari flaps are too over the top.
People like you are the reason why people can't express themselves. Fedoras with safari flaps can be tasteful if you just take the time to make the right selection.
I stand my ground. Fedoras should look good and stylish, not make a statement that grabs attention.
We've known each other for years, so I feel like I can be honest with you. You're missing out on a huge fashion trend by not taking the plunge into fedoras with safari
Well, I'd
flap.
rather not be a fashion trendsetter.
Okay, so here's the characters that you were just seeing. Sweebean is the darker one on the left, and Sweebean J. Swift is one of the hosts of the AI-powered parody debate show called Worst Take. He was born and raised in Schmoovania and became friends with his co-host Prance Fjordless in elementary school. Sweebean has a positive and happy attitude towards life and is always eager to try new things. So that's just his beginning intro. There's actually a whole profile on him. Prance is the other one, the lighter colored one on the right. Prance Fjordless is one of the hosts of the AI-powered parody debate show Worst Take. He is a pale pink sausage with similar facial features to Sweebean, his co-host. Prance is known for his negative and braggy attitude, as well as his tendency to talk about his wealth and family background on the show. Despite this, he is good friends with Sweebean, and the two have been close since their elementary school days. And they have more about them, but they don't. I'm not going to go into all of it, but you guys can go and read it. It's the Show Dojo Wiki. Dale is the computer in the middle. Dale stands for a data advocate for learning expansion. The computer tees up debates and asks all the right questions on Worst Take. That's Worst Take. It's really cool. Should have had that highlighted when I was talking about it. You guys get the idea. Let's see, what else is there? There's more AI stuff on here now that I've followed. How is it manifested is still going?
Hanshin tigers took the court. With their hard work and determination, the Hanshin tigers had triumphed. It was an incredible feat, and the story of their victory will live on forever.
Sine waves decided to torment us.
It all began when strange sine waves started appearing on our radar screens. We had no idea what it was, or where it was coming from. But one thing was clear. It was coming for us.
Uh-oh.
The sine waves seemed to be getting closer and closer every day, but we had no way to stop them. We were completely powerless. We knew our time was running out, and there was nothing we could do. We could feel the sine waves getting closer and closer, and it was only a matter of time before they reached us. And then, in a flash of light, the sine waves were upon us.
Oh shit.
We screamed in terror, but it was too late. We were doomed.
Damn. The end. That was pretty good. Oh, I love Cryptid Planet.
Welcome to Cryptid Planet. Today, we are exploring one of the most mysterious creatures said to inhabit our oceans, the underwater horse. This majestic creature is said to be a combination of a fish and a horse, and is said to be able to breathe both air and water. Let's take a deeper dive and explore the mysteries of this aquatic creature. We've heard tales of these creatures all around the world, but the most fascinating story comes from Japan. It is said that fishermen have seen these horses in the dark depths of the sea, and that they are gentle and kind creatures that love to play with the fish. Though sightings of these creatures are rare, there have been reports of them washing up on shore. We can only imagine what it would be like to see such a majestic creature so close. These creatures may be elusive, but that doesn't stop us from being intrigued by them. We don't know much about them yet, but we can learn a lot from the stories of those who have seen them. That's all for today's episode. Join us next time, when we explore the mysteries of the cryptid world.
Cryptid planet. That's so good. So this, if you can't tell what this person's doing, they have a format, which is really cool. They have a format of a certain type of episode. Like this is Wander, which is one of their actual formats that they have.
I'm in a dark, empty void. Where am I? Wait, I remember now. I'm the president of the moon, but the Earth is gone.
I didn't realize it was so loud, sorry.
What happened? I have to find out. I travel through space, searching for clues. Everywhere I go, I find nothing but emptiness and silence. My heart is heavy, realizing that I may never find an answer. Quote. Suddenly, a faint light appears in the distance. Could this be the answer I've been searching for? I eagerly fly towards the light, and as I get closer, I realize it is a beacon from an alien ship. Quote. The aliens greet me and offer me a ride to a nearby planet. I board the ship and we quickly depart, leaving the emptiness of space behind. Quote. We reach the planet and I disembark. I look around.
So it's having a little weird issues with the word quote, but you see what's going on. So what this person's done is they have made a channel out of a episode template or a series of episode templates. That was Wander. And the episode template is like fed to ChatGPT saying something like, this story has this atmosphere and it's explained this way, and then it's about, and then there's a blank space there where they can fill things in from chat. And so chat is giving them prompts, and they're showing them the prompts for each episode. This is how is it manifested.
The raw materials are blended together, heated, and cooled to a precise temperature.
Sometimes it's legit.
The
Sometimes
resulting
it's just
mixture is filtered
I mean, it's
and
pretty
passed
much always
through a
completely made
centrifuge
up,
to
but
separate
sometimes
out
it's
any
fairly
impurities.
legit.
The purified solution is then transferred to a container which is sealed and labeled. The container is shipped to the distribution center where it is stored until it is ready to be shipped.
Man, Jesus.
Finally, the piranha solution is shipped to its destination, where it is ready to be used in a variety of applications.
Ah yes, piranha solution. So the next episode's going to be in the dark format. It's It Is Dark and I Am Afraid or whatever, and it's called Scary Story. That's the only prompt, is Scary Story.
I had been searching for the house for weeks, and I finally found it. I could feel an eerie presence in the air, and my senses were on high alert. I looked around, and to my surprise, I saw a figure standing in the corner. I felt relieved to find out it wasn't a ghost, and I started to laugh.
Whoa, that's it. That's the episode apparently. Wander, the ethics of queue jumping. Okay, so they put this in the Wander format. Whoa, that's wild looking. And it's
in
about
a world where queue jumping is commonplace, one stands up against the injustice. He stands his ground, refusing to be moved by the people who try to pass him. One by one, people come around to his way of thinking, and the line starts to move in an orderly fashion. When all is said and done, the people in the queue realize that fairness and justice are the best way to go.
Oh, the end. Nice. What a good episode of Wander. Chronicle, the exploits of Adrien Carton de Wiart, which I don't know if that's a real person or not, but also all these images are AI generated.
The exploits of Adrien Carton de Wiart are legendary. During World War I, he fought in the Battle of Ypres and was injured multiple times, losing an eye and a hand. In World War II, he became a senior officer in the British Army and was sent to China as Winston Churchill's personal emissary. But his most daring exploit was in the Middle East. In 1943, he rode a camel across the Saudi Arabian desert, alone and unarmed, to meet with the Bedouin tribes to negotiate a peace treaty.
So weird. Now we're gonna watch How Is It Manifested? Deltarune Chapter 3, the third installment of a popular game series. Okay.
In the third installment of the series, Toby Fox is introducing some new characters to the world of Deltarune. This character is Susie, a mischievous and adventurous girl who loves to explore. She has a wild and unpredictable personality, which makes her the perfect foil for the other characters in the game. This is Rouse, a calm and collected creature who is always ready to help out his friends. He has a strong sense of justice and is always willing to stand up for what he believes in. After months of hard work and dedication, Toby has finally finished his work on the third installment of Deltarune. The characters of Susie and Rouse will now join the cast of the game, and players everywhere will be able to explore their unique personalities and stories. My favorite character from the game is Rouse, as his dedication and loyalty make him a great companion for any adventure.
They were trying to make something real. They wanted to see if the AI could like predict what Deltarune Chapter 3 was going to be, but the AI has no idea, so it's just going to make up something about a game.
I'm here today to show you how this iconic car is manifested. The production of a DeLorean starts with the body of the car. It is made up of stainless steel panels that are cut to shape, welded, and then polished to a smooth finish. Once the frame is complete, it's time to add the guts. The engine, suspension, and other components are attached to the frame and secured with bolts. Finally, we add the famous flux capacitor. This device is responsible for the time-traveling capabilities of the DeLorean. It is connected to the engine and is powered by a unique energy source. And there you have it, the production of the DeLorean. Now, with the addition of the flux capacitor, I can travel in time.
Ta-da! Incredible average.
We just witnessed a lap 0C finish in position 13.
So this is a good
followed
example
by
of
Sputnik NZ from Team Found on rubbish dump in position 14.
down a little.
Bump and Wolf finished in
So this is a good example of
with
someone
Bump
doing
Dump in Australian
a AI-driven
position 16.
stream that's just more of a regular, like more traditional Twitch stream. The game is all bots, so that's AI, and then the VTuber here is also AI, and is just kind of explaining stats and saying hello to chat and doing little things here and there. But as the name of the channel states, everything is AI. AI Racing TV.
And finally Bot Basketen finishing in position 34.
Preparing the next race. It was interesting when I first stumbled in here, I hit follow and the VTuber was like, "Thank you, Gummy Worm Jim, for following." And I was like, "Oh, okay, cool."
We've been watching some intense R-powered car racing on the simulator. In the latest round, we saw Bot Quiz 44 take position 39, Bot's Chifs Machen Junge coming in at position 40 twice, Bot Unknown Tacties at position 41, Bot Plebis 3 at position 42 and Bot Lirusel at position 43. It's been a nail-biting experience so far and I can't wait to see what happens next.
I'm pretty sure she's the exact same avatar style as I am. She's just a Fujitech reactive avatar.
Oh, the Alfa Romeo Giulia TZ2 is a really cool and unique car. Did you know that it was designed specifically for racing and only a limited number were ever made? Plus, its sleek and aerodynamic design makes it really fast on the track. I bet even the AI drivers would love to race a car like that. Oh, the Alfa Romeo Giulia TZ2. That's a classic beauty. Did you know that the TZ in its name stands for Tubular Zagato, which refers to its tubular chassis design, and the coach builder responsible for it? And the number 2. It was added to distinguish it from the earlier Alfa Romeo TZ, which had a different body style.
That's so cool. She
How
just
cool
spits
is
out
that?
racing facts and car facts.
Just a little reminder that time is running short to select your car. I hope you're as excited as I am for this race. Let's see which artificial intelligence is the fastest on the track.
Okay, so she's getting ready to do another race. Watch the ad for this one too, because this is AI generated Star Trek, which is pretty cool. So a pretty common thing is like people not really knowing what they want their show to be, and so they take a format and then they just feed that to the AI. So this is Star Trek.
Where there are
fed to an AI.
obligations, I will guide and lead.
But at times it must be logical to delegate responsibilities.
This is my formal report. Delegation has not adversely affected performance.
Good work, robot.
Ironic that Steele credits our robot with efficiency.
Sometimes it's necessary to hand off tasks in order to complete them fully.
I'm not so sure that the captain is taking full advantage of his crew's abilities.
Consider your criticism carefully, Doctor. It may be. Captain's log stardate 2478.61. A curious anomaly has been reported in Sector 4. It is believed to be made of pure silliness, and some crew members are eager to investigate. Mr. Scop insists that it may have a scientific explanation, but I am worried he might just be trying to excuse his own wingwan jape.
Oh, alright. I don't know what that is, but okay.
Why does this thing always have to be so dramatic?
I cannot help it, as drama and creativity are integral parts of my program.
Why don't you answer the question then, with a bit less theatrics next time?
Very well, Doctor. As programmed in me by your species during Star Trek Generations Christmas celebrations, I sing holiday songs at this time of year. Activating singing protocol, * begins to sing Jingle Bells, Star.
Is that wise, creature? Singing when there are others on board who might be troubled by your melodrama.
I apologize if my singing disturbs you, Scop. But it is a long-standing tradition of the Star Trek Christmas season to belt out a few tunes while enjoying holiday cheer. Why suppress such an important part of our culture?
It's all right, Spock. I understand why you do it. Just don't overdo it.
Gentlemen, I think we should invite the robot to join us for Christmas dinner. He might make it more fun this year. And peace on Earth will indeed be jingled by these many-legged creatures.
He may be a droid, but he has the heart of a child.
Next episode.
How come no one's read my latest book?
Did you advertise it, Captain?
Actually, I didn't, but that gives me an idea. Prepare this ship for a wide-scale promotion. Now everyone stand proud and take your positions as we begin our mission. People of the universe, prepare yourselves to be amazed by the exciting new adventure within these pages. For those in need of excitement, there is nothing more satisfying than discovering something new. So please join us on board with Captain James Tiberius Steele on his next grand venture into uncharted space, and buy my book today, you won't regret it.
Sayek, is it appropriate to be encouraging such blatant commercialism?
As a Zolkan, I find the captain's message of exploration and adventure inspiring. It is our natural instinct to help those in need. And by purchasing his book, you are helping him on his journey. Besides, how could one possibly resist reading about Captain Steele facing off against strange alien creatures and mischievous aliens bent on world domination?
There you have it. Pick up your copy of Captain's Log today and start the adventure now. Thank you, everyone. I look forward to hearing from each one of you soon.
That was quite a demonstration, Captain.
Emmy, this is Robot 2.0 presenting the latest in space exploration, with tales of Captain Steele's daring exploits.
Alright, so that's AI-generated Star Trek. It's very, very interesting to see where AI is going. I think that we're going to get to a point where it's doing some amazing things and just awesome. It's already there, and I don't know. Can't wait to see where it's going. Let's see if there's anything else that I didn't. Oh, Dragon's Lair.
Me to invest in. You're asking too much for too little return.
While I admire your enthusiasm, I'm afraid I agree with Blackthorn. There are just too many risks involved for me to consider investing.
Let's try to come to an agreement.
So this is Dragon's Lair. It's an AI-generated show in the style of Shark Tank, but with like fantasy characters. It's really cool.
20% stake.
That still sounds too risky. What if we invest 3 gold coins and provide you with advice on how to make your business successful?
That's not enough for me. I'm afraid we won't be able to come to an agreement.
And that concludes our episode of Dragon's Lair. Ticklebug failed to secure an investment deal with the Dragons, but they did learn a lot about how to make their business successful. Tune in next time to see what happens when another brave entrepreneur takes their chance with the Dragons.
Dragon's Lair. This is so cool.
Toot Zigzag is here to pitch their new invention, a revolutionary fishing equipment that will revolutionize the industry.
Toot Zigzag.
But first, they must get past our dragons.
My invention is a revolutionary new fishing equipment that will revolutionize the industry. It's a combination of net and bait that works together to catch fish without ever having to touch the water. With this invention, fishermen can save time, energy, and money. I'm looking for an investment deal with one or more of you dragons. In exchange for your investments, I'm offering a cut of the profits or equity in my company.
What makes you think your idea is worth our investment? You seem quite emotional.
I know it sounds crazy, but this invention has been my dream since I was a little goblin. I just want to make something that will help people and make them happy. That's why I need your help.
Toot Zigzag. We understand how passionate you are about this invention, and we admire your determination. We will give you an investment deal in exchange for a percentage of your profits.
But before we invest, let's discuss how this invention will help the environment. We need to make sure it won't have any negative impact on nature.
Yes, let's be sure that this new invention won't hurt the environment in any way. If all goes well, then we'll happily invest in your idea.
How much money do you need to get your invention off the ground? Do you have a plan for how you will use the money?
I need around 10,000 gold coins to get started. I plan on using the money to hire a team of inventors, buy materials for prototyping and testing, and launch a marketing campaign.
That sounds expensive. You sure that's enough money?
Yes, I'm confident that this amount is enough. I've done my research and spoken with experts in the field who agree that this is a reasonable amount.
I don't believe it. This is an outrageous amount of money and I won't invest a single coin in this foolishness.
Now Blackthorn, let's not be too hasty. We need to hear Toot Zigzag out and consider all the possibilities before we make any decisions.
Wait a minute, I just remembered something. Toot Zigzag, didn't you mention that your invention is also designed to help protect fish habitats and reduce bycatch?
Yes, that's right. The design of my invention helps fishermen catch the fish they want while protecting other species in the area.
Well then, this is a noble cause and I would be honored to invest in such an invention. I offer 10,000 gold coins and my advice in exchange for a percentage of profits.
Thank you so much. This means the world to me.
Toot Zigzag was able to convince the dragons to invest in their revolutionary fishing invention. Ironhide made a generous offer of 10,000 gold coins and advice in exchange for a percentage of profits. With this investment, Toot Zigzag will be able to bring their invention to life and make a real difference in the fishing industry. Will this investment pay off? Only time will tell. Tune in next week to find out. Welcome to Dragon's Lair. Today, our contestant is Harbic Rubyforge, a golem from Calidor. Harbic has an incredible new energy drink that could revolutionize the way people think about energy drinks. Will our dragons be impressed? Let's find out.
Hello dragons. I'm Harbeck Rubyforge and I'm here to tell you about my amazing new energy drink. This drink is made from a unique blend of natural ingredients and magical herbs that give it the power to invigorate and energize anyone who drinks it. It will be a huge hit in the marketplace. As for my investment deal, I need some help to get the product off the ground. I need 2,000 gold coins for production costs, 200 silver coins for marketing, and 100 copper coins for legal fees. In return, I am willing to offer you a 15% stake in my company. So what do you say? Will you help me make my dream a reality?
How do you plan on recouping your costs?
I believe that with proper marketing and distribution, we can turn a profit in the first year. We have already secured distribution in some of the major cities and have an effective marketing strategy in place.
What is your contingency plan if the product fails to take off?
If the product does not take off as I expect, I plan to adjust my strategy accordingly. I am confident that with a few tweaks, I can make this product successful.
What sets your product apart from other energy drinks?
My energy drink is unique because it is made from natural ingredients and magical herbs that provide a boost of energy unlike any other. It also has an amazing taste that people will love.
Do you have any plans to protect the environment while producing your product?
Yes, I do. I have taken steps to ensure that all of our production processes are as environmentally friendly as possible. We use only sustainable materials and use methods that minimize our impact on the environment.
Well, Harbic, I have to say I'm impressed with your product. However, before I make a deal with you, I must insist that you pass a series of tests. If you can prove your ingenuity and bravery, then I will gladly invest in your company.
That sounds fair. What kind of tests?
You must ride a dragon around the city 3 times, defeat 5 goblins in hand-to-hand combat, and build a bridge over the river using only wooden planks and vines. If you can do this, then I will make the investment.
That seems like quite an undertaking, but if it means getting an investment from you, then I'm up for the challenge.
And with that, Harbic Rubyforge set off to prove their ingenuity and bravery. Will they be able to succeed and get an investment from the dragons? Find out next time on Dragon's Lair. Welcome to Dragon's Lair. In each episode, our intrepid contestants will be pitching their ideas for inventions and services to our 4 dragons: Blackthorn the Dwarf, Ironhide the Giant, Eleanor the Ghost, and Greensong the Druid.
Greetings, dragons. I am Skitter Midge, a goblin from Suncrest.
This is an interesting idea. but I'm concerned about the legality of your product. How do you plan to ensure that it complies with all relevant laws?
I understand your concerns, Greensong. The recipe for this juice has been passed down in my family for generations, so I am confident that it is compliant with all relevant laws. Furthermore, I have consulted a lawyer and they have provided me with written assurance that this product is indeed legal.
I'll invest 5,000 gold coins in return for a 30% stake in the company.
I'll match Blackthorn's offer of 5,000 gold coins, but I'm willing to give you only 20% of the company in return.
I will also invest 5,000 gold coins, but I am only willing to give a 10% stake in return.
I will invest 2,500 gold coins for a 5% stake in the company.
That sounds like a fair deal. I accept.
Hold on. I didn't agree to those terms.
Me neither.
What do you suggest then?
Let's start again. I will invest 5,000 gold coins in return for a 25% stake in the company.
And there you have it. Skittermidge's idea for a regal new juice has received the backing of all 4 dragons and will now move forward to production. We wish Skittermidge the best of luck in making this product a success.